Wake up with sunlight on your face as your new window well brings sunlight into your place. Welcome back to another episode of Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley. We make every home elegant, one home at a time. It is a lovely Sunday morning here at the Elegant Home Podcast. The team's ready, and it's amazing. There's so much going on in the world today. We're so busy, and a lot of times the home gets neglected. And because, we're all such busy people, we're, taking kids to soccer and baseball and going to work. And, if you don't have kids, you're going 100 miles a minute from, work to the gym to whatever your hobbies are. And sometimes we forget about checking different things around the home. Well, one of the things that's been brought to my attention here lately is window wells. People don't know a lot about window wells. And, the whole purpose of a window well was designed to let more light into the basement. And most people don't even realize that. But the nice thing about window wells is most of them are designed in a way to it let you escape from the basement through a window, right? And then there's a lot of different applications when it comes to window wells. There's aluminum window wells. There's plastic window wells. There's even ladder composite window wells. And so one of the things that I want to talk about is properly installing a window well, and knowing if your home needs a window well. Depending on if you don't have an egress basement, if you don't have any way to get out, this is a great way to put a window well in and install a window in the basement to where you can get out. In most municipalities in our town and probably even in your town require some kind of egress window in the basement, because you want to be able to get out if something would happen. If you get a tornado or something would happen to where you have to go to the basement and say the house would collapse or something would happen, you need a way to get out of the basement, right? So if you don't have a door in the basement, so window wells provide an awesome way for you to escape. Also, they bring in a ton of light. Now, a lot of people don't like them because they do collect, like Tony, my producer, was saying, dirt, dust, mud, water. So, but you have to put the proper draining in there. A lot of times, a lot of people put crushed 411 gravel in there at the bottom of the base, and then put some kind of drain, so it allows it to drain. And the nice thing about these window wells, like I said, they do provide an awful lot of sunlight, which is very, very key to a basement. Sunlight will help with mold, all those kind of different things in your basement. So we're talking all about window wells today, and we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Elegant Home Podcast. We took a short break there. Today we're talking all about window wells. And, one of the things I love about window wells is when we get a request for someone that wants to install one here at the Elegant Home Podcast is when you create the window well in the basement, you cut out, a lot of times people want you to cut out the window opening and put a slider window in and then install the window well. But the drainage is so important because, we're trying to let a lot of light in that basement. So the drainage has to be right. And a lot of times we'll put what we call a catch basin, a French drain in there, and we'll install the catch basin about 3 inches above grade. What I mean by that is we'll put it right above the grade and then fill that with crushed 411 around it. So that way the water runoff goes into that and it flushes out into wherever your daylighting, your drain, your French drain. So when you're daylighting, what that means is where your pipe ends. So wherever the pipe ends, if you're draining out into the yard, if you're draining out into the driveway, or you're connecting into an existing gutter or downspout, you want to make sure you daylight that, and it lets the water flow properly through those different channels. But I'm telling you, these systems are so cool. And if you get a chance, go check them out. You can see in these examples here, here's a few examples of some of the ones out there on the market today. And you'll see as you flip through here, you can see some of these different ones that we're going to show you here. And the nice thing about these is you can purchase one. They're pretty inexpensive. So you're going to spend probably $1,400 to $2,500 to put the time you add the window, you cut the opening in the foundation, and you bring in the rock and the gravel and the pipe, and basically build your way to escape, is what I call it, is the escape route, because you're letting the light in, but also you want that egress so you can get out of the basement if something does happen, a fire, or, if you've got kids, emergency with the kids, there's a way to get out of the basement. You get locked in the basement, there's another good reason. We've seen that happen, but we're getting a lot of requests for these window wells, and so they're pretty cool. And you can design them a lot of different ways. You can make them square, you can make them round, depending on how your yard is. So there's a lot of things you can do with these window wells. So it's so cool and so awesome to let all that sunlight in, because, we're starting to get into the summer months here. And of course, the weather's getting a lot nicer, and there's a lot of sun outside right now. And you want to let that sunlight in. And it's so nice too. Like if you got a college kid living in the basement, it gets them up out of bed, right? That sunlight comes in, it's time to get up, right? I remember my mom, when I was a kid, she would raise the shade, say, come on, it's time to get up. We got things to do today. So it does let the sunlight in, and we all like the sunlight because it does stimulate, happiness in the brain, right? You get that sunshine on your face, you just feel better about your day and everything. So if you want to read more about window wells, you can check it out online. Just go to windowwells.com, I think is the website I was checking out earlier. And also to, look at these different examples that we're going to show you in the video. So hope you guys have a great, awesome week. And we'll see you next time at the Elegant Home Podcast, where I'm Don Riley. We make every home elegant, one home at a time. Once again, I'm Don Riley. Thank you for watching. And you can catch us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and also good old TikTok. We'll see you next time right here at the Elegant Home Podcast.